Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Today is a special day. It's a special day, special show. Please, if you are just joining, you hit your share button. Share. Those who are watching from YouTube, please, you hit the subscribe button so that whenever I come online, you're gonna be seeing me. Hit the subscribe button, okay? And make sure that if you're watching on Facebook, you hit the like button so that you can always see me online, either on Facebook or YouTube. Okay, so today we're gonna be very, very brief. It's a short program. Today we wanna dissect some issues that happen in La Republique. We have the people of Southern Cameroon are determined for their freedom. Okay, no matter how long it takes, no matter what year it takes, the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonian, are ready to take back what belongs to them. So La Republique can delay. La Republique can do whatever they want. Any type of delayance they want, or any type of issues they want to do, that is their problem. We had no union treaty with La Republique whatsoever. Okay, we went to a gentleman's agreement that was abrogated by La Republique themselves, right? They went from federal to union to La Republique, their original name at independence. So we don't have issue with that, okay? But we are very concerned with the death, the passing away of our people every day, and also the casualty on the other side. Okay, we are looking for avenues to settle this peacefully so that both countries can live peacefully as they used to live before independence. Okay, so it's something that La Republique has refused to discuss this in their parliament since 2017. So, but there's no way when you have a crisis and is other countries coming to support that crisis or talking about the crisis. We have had series of resolutions passed by the United States Senate, United States Representative. We have had UK Parliament. We have had, even in France, we have also had a lot of parliaments. The Swiss government has come in to help for the mediation. Canadian government has come in to help for the negotiation. So these are signs that we expected La Republique government that declared a war to instead look for peaceful solutions, not other countries or organizations coming to do that, right? But if somebody really would say they care about this struggle or they care about this conflict, the international community has said that this conflict is the most neglected conflict. The most neglected conflict in the whole world. That is the thing that we are trying to say, that we are very peaceful people. Okay, we want to see things resolved amicably. Okay, but before we delve into that, I want to let you know that this Saturday is a very, very big day for Ambazonian. Okay, this Saturday is a big day for Ambazonian. Ambazonians are gonna be launching the Ambazonian embassy. Okay, isn't that great? Yeah, so this Saturday we'll be launching. The president just appointed Susan Achu, who is going to be running the mission in Washington DC. So it's a wonderful program this Saturday. You know, it's a huge event, you know, with the invitation of different diplomats, you know, talking to the launching of this wonderful mission, Ambazonian mission, you know, having so many programs, services that the embassy will be rendering. It's a wonderful thing for Ambazonia that we should rejoice, okay? Other people can go and copy what we are trying to do, but they can't do what we're doing, because we're doing for Ambazonia. We're not doing for ourselves, okay? All these projects that we're doing, all these things we're doing is for Ambazonian people. It's not about trying to compete with any other group or any other person or whatever. No. We are the interim government. We are doing what the Ambazonian people know we can do, okay? And that's what you see Comrade Chris every day trying to work so hard for the Ambazonian people. We are not paid salaries. We are volunteers, okay? And when you do things voluntarily, it comes from your heart. It comes from your heart. It doesn't talk about the salary you are being paid. No, nobody pays us for what we're doing. Okay, that's why Ambazonian people should know that we are doing what we can do, because we love Ambazonia, we love the Ambazonian people. We are doing something that comes from our heart. Okay, so that is it. This is you see the flyer. This is the flyer. You see Comrade Chris. This is the opening. It's on Saturday, so we have just barely some few days to the launching. So please make sure that you try. Those who are in Washington DC area, please make sure you be there to see the opening of your embassy. It's okay. It's a historic event. Okay. That's the ground launching of the Ambazonian diplomatic mission. So please, let's all be there so that we witness this wonderful ceremony. It will be wonderful, you know. And a lot of activities will be taking place in this embassy. That's why we're going to be reaching out to so many diplomatic missionaries, diplomatic entities, governments, presidents, governors, senators. We'll be reaching out to so many people while we are using this diplomatic house. So just be rest assured that we have a wonderful future. Ambazonia is moving forward, okay? Everything is bright. We see things happening, okay? So it will be a huge event. You have press there, you have CNN, BBC, ABC, all these channels will be there to cover the event, okay? So it will be huge event, and we hope that it will be a very memorable day for Ambazonia, okay? So please, let's all be there. La Republic has been destroyed for 41 years. We are not the ones to come and fix La Republic. We have had our own enough share of that mess in that country. We are no longer part of La Republic. They should understand that. They should try to start living without Ambazonians. Okay? We have tried our best for the past 60 years to let them know that both the plebiscite and the referendum was not fair for us. Okay? Because the plebiscite that was done was trying to ask us to choose between joining Nigeria and joining La Republic. Okay, if that is not trying to put you back under denomination or enslavement, what do you call that? So we are trying to say that whatever happened in 1961, whatever happened in those other years, our parents were being duped. Our parents were being duped, and we are saying that we are ready to make amends, but are our people ready for this sacrifice? We have to keep fighting, because anything that will happen, right? But we have to forge ahead, okay? There is no turning back. Whatever happens, we have to keep fighting for that future, okay? The future we all want, the future we all think is what we expect, right? That is why we are saying that, yes, we are looking forward for that wonderful moment when the world will say, okay, Ambazonian, you are being recognized, okay? We are moving forward. That's why the diplomatic move we are doing now is making La Republic going gaga. La Republic is going gaga. So, La Republic has problems. You cannot have a problem, a crisis that you started, then you went to Switzerland for negotiation. You left, you abandoned it. You carried some few leaders to Canada, you abandon it. It means that you don't want to solve the problem, right? And they still believe that their military can win this crisis. I don't understand how they still believe that. They believe, and they are trying to let us know that they can win, right? But our people are not that dumb. We know our right. We know what we are fighting for. We are not fighting for any kind of, we are Ambazonians. We know what we are looking for. We know why we are fighting, right? We are not fighting for somebody else's land. We did not go and meet La Republic and fight their land. No, we are fighting for what belongs to us. Okay? That's why La Republic people has no case, because there is no union treaty that was signed between us and them. That's why they don't have any case to even answer in court, because there's no proof of them trying to claim ownership of our land. We have won all the cases from Banjul, the African Union Charter. We won them in many different cases that was brought forth by our forebears before. They always tell them, go back to your boundary at independence. Go back. Why do you leave your boundary, cross the Mongo, go right to even to Bakassi and trying to claim that you own Bakassi? Bakassi is the land of Ambazonian land. You cannot go and be claiming people's land and say, oh, that land is yours. No, it's not yours. The people of Ambazonia own their land. Okay? So we are looking at referendum, we're looking at other options, we're looking at any other way, because like public brought in all those things that fail, right? The national dialogue, it failed. They tried to create the House of Chiefs, it failed. They create so many things that did not work, right? But what we are saying is that our people have a just cause. Okay? We have a country, we have a flag, we have everything. Does La Republic really think they are really serious that they want us to abandon our country? Are they serious? It's so funny, right? When you see a country with equal status, both of you had independence, in the 60s, you both were mandated territories, and you were, you both had the same history of French and English colonization. but you come now to dominate the other one. And they believe that they are right, whereas they are really international law wrong for doing that, right? So what we are saying now, if the people themselves are crying, what do you think of you? Let's listen to Nichu. Nichu is the SDF senator for Wuri, the SDF who hails from Wuri. Listen to what he has to say.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Monsieur le Ministre, chers collègues, permettez-moi tout d'abord d'avoir une pensée pour les morts enregistrés depuis le déclenchement et l'enlisement de cette crise devenue une guerre dans les régions du nord-ouest et du sud-ouest qui a déjà fait plus de 6 000 morts et des centaines de milliers de déplacés et réfugiés. J'ai une pensée émue pour la trentaine de victimes des récentes attaques survenues dans la nuit du 5 au 6 novembre dans le village de Beka, département de la Magno. Permettez-moi également d'exprimer ma compassion profonde pour les victimes de Bameyang par Bouddha.
Okay. So, when you look at these parliamentarians, they don't want to discuss the crisis, right? He is from the SDF opposition party, right? But this is something that has been going on for 7 years. They don't want to discuss it. Nichu is telling them that, how can you go to Canada? The Canadian government, the Canadian foreign, you see, and he's talking in front of all these ministers. Okay, you went to Canada. That's him talking. You went to Canada to go and discuss the crisis, but they did not discuss it.
Dans les régions du nord-ouest et du sud-ouest de notre pays. Dans la dite déclaration, elle a fait état de ce que le Canada salue le fait que les partis au conflit aient accepté d'entamer un processus en vue de parvenir à une résolution globale, pacifique et politique du conflit. Et d'ajouter, je cite, les partis ont également convenu de former des comités...
Nichu is telling them that this crisis, the Canadian government came in to solve this crisis, this to be a mediator, right? The La République communication minister came out and said that they did not send anybody there. It was a blow to the face of the Prime Minister, La République Prime Minister, who was the one that initiated this process, this Canadian process, and with the help of Canada, right? But that's what Honorable Nichu is saying here, that you cannot start a process. You know that this crisis have been for 7 years. They have so many thousands of lives lost, but you don't want to resolve it. So how do you want to end the crisis? You want to keep fighting for how many years, right? Let's continue listening to Nichu.
Pour commencer à travailler sur des mesures de confiance et de poursuivre. L'accord visant à amorcer un processus formel constitue un premier pas essentiel vers la paix et vers un avenir plus sûr, plus inclusif et plus prospère pour les civils touchés par le conflit.
Nichu is saying that they expected that this Canada process would have been very positive, peaceful, right? But that is not the case, right? La République government does not want peace. La République government does not want peace. La République government does not want peace. The they are using this crisis as a means to keep this government in power. Okay, they see any challenge towards this government now like a challenge, because they are looking for, it's a transitional period for them. The time is against them, but they are proving tough. We have Bia, who is 90 whatever year old. He has been there for 41 years. He's unable to even reason well. He has to leave, right? Then, on the other hand, we have now the Ambazonian crisis going on. They are looking at, if they resolve this crisis, they will lose grip to the power that they have. On the other hand, they are paying these military officers high sums of money to keep this regime in power. What we are looking at now is a kind of two-way traffic. There are two roads towards galvanizing their stay in power. One, they are looking for a replacement to Paul Biya. Two, they are trying to use their CPDM party to see how they can impose it on the Ambazonian people, right? And see how they can continue their thievery, their marginalization, and their exploitation on the people of Southern Cameroon. So that's why they don't want to discuss this in Parliament. Nichu is an SCF parliamentarian. He's not a CPDM parliamentarian. That's why he's telling them that you went to Canada. You went to Canada to discuss on this crisis. Why did your communication minister rejected the Canadian foreign ministry offer to come in as a mediator? The Nichu listed, just continue listening. Oh, come on.
Le gouvernement de l'Ambazonie et les forces de défense de l'Ambazonie, le mouvement populaire de libération de l'Afrique et les forces de défense du Sud Cameroun, le gouvernement intérimaire ainsi que l'équipe sont la République du Cameroun, le Conseil de gouvernement de l'Ambazonie et les forces de défense de l'Ambazonie, le mouvement populaire de libération de l'Afrique et les forces de défense du Sud Cameroun, le gouvernement intérimaire ainsi que l'équipe de coalition de l'Ambazonie. Les partis expriment en outre l'espoir que d'autres groupes se joindront au processus. Fin de citation. Réagissant à cette...
Well, let me explain this because I know, you know, that most of our people that have been put in the dungeons of La Republic, we have more than 1,000 in Kondengi, we have more than 700 in New Bell, we have more than 700 in different state prisons. Our people, just for being an Ambazonian, they are languishing in jails in all areas. But I want to make this clear. Our people committed no crime, right? The only crime they committed was just because they rose up. You know, when a slave master realizes that the slave has understood what he was doing, they become, you know, so the only thing they can do, Biao said, we were 2 cubes of sugar. But the 2 cubes of sugar that they said we are cannot melt that easily, right? This is 7 years. Compare our struggle with other independence struggle, you see the difference. And our people are still resilient. The ghost towns are still there. Yesterday, ghost town was Mami Wata. The people are telling the Cameroon government, resolve this thing. You cannot win these people militarily. Even international organization, international diplomats, they have informed La Republic, go to negotiate. They say no. But there's one thing I want to point out here. Michu mentioned Ambazonian. He mentioned, so is that identification that Ambazonians are seeking? We are not a people from Northwest and Southwest in Cameroon. No. That's not our identity. We are not Cameroonians. We are Southern Cameroonians who join you and form a federal republic, right? But our identity is still there. That's why when you see Canada, right? Canada has Quebec. Quebec is the French capital. It's just like 20% of the population is French speaking in Canada. The opposite of us, which is 20% of English speaking. But we are saying this because the autonomy of Quebec is that area they know is a French area. Nobody go and manipulate them, try to send, try to go and let those people there in Quebec speak English most. No, they are French speaking. Okay, so, and somebody made this thing that if you tell France, if somebody try to touch Quebec, France will scream because it's a French area and Quebec is a French protectorate. But that's how France, if that's why, do you know even Trudeau? Justin Trudeau is from Quebec. But you can't know, right? That is a kind of power sharing arrangement that was made, that was supposed to be discussed in the Fumban conference. That power sharing arrangement. Okay. You cannot keep a people hostage for 60 years. You expect them to stay there and be watching you when the arrangement that we had was a federal arrangement where we remember since we had our independence in 1961, we had all our institutions for 10 years. We had our own prime minister there in Boya. There was no prime minister that went to Yaoundé. So understand what happened for 10, when we joined this poll, all our institutions were there for 10 good years. Nobody was going to Yaoundé to make ID. We had our police forces there in Butengene. We had our own power, everything. We had everything. So that notion that we say, oh, they were not economically viable. Come on. Which economy can you say now that we are giving almost 60% of the revenue of Cameroon and Ambazonia combined? 60% is coming from Ambazonia. So what economic viability are you talking about? Okay, if we are not viable, then they should let us go. Yes, they should pack out and leave. Let's stay. We are not economically viable. Why people that are not economically viable, you are fighting to stay with them? So that's a question. Let's listen to Nichu continue.
Déclaration. Le ministre des Affaires étrangères du Canada, le ministre de la Communication, René Sadi, a rendu public quelques jours après, plus précisément en date du 23 janvier, un communiqué dans lequel il indique que le gouvernement du Cameroun n'a mandaté aucun médiateur externe pour faciliter des négociations destinées à mettre un terme au conflit entre les groupes armés séparatistes et les forces gouvernementales dans les régions anglophones du Nord-Ouest et du Sud-Ouest. Le ministre de la Communication a également mentionné dans le dit communiqué.
So, if you can understand what Nietzsche just said, the Cameroon La Republic communication minister, the Cameroon government asked the communication minister to say that they did not send any Cameroon delegation to Canada, which is a lie. Because there were discussions between, as you just heard, between the Cameroon separatists, as they call us, the Ambazonian separatists, and the Cameroon government, having that discussion in Canada. But what happened when they left Canada and came back? They had that issue of the Cameroon Minister of Communication sent out a communique that they did not send anybody to Canada, and that they did not need the help of Canada. So if you see the trend of the way Cameroon government behave, you see the guilt in them, you see everything that you can say, because if you are not guilty, why not go and talk? Why not go and sit down and talk? You see every trace of a guilty government that has nothing to offer, and they are there always saying that, oh, don't meddle into our internal affair, and you are dying. How many of their people are dying every day? This La Republic, crooked military, those armed robbers, they are dying every day, right? But they will say, oh, no, that they did not send people to go and talk. La Republic, for the past 7 years, has used all these methods that have not worked. But I don't know how they think. You think that you still use this same old method now, it's still going to be working after 7 years? It's not going to work. Okay?
Le Cameroun n'a confié à aucun pays étranger ou organisation extérieure un rôle de médiateur ou de facilitateur pour régler cette crise en zone anglophone. Monsieur le ministre, la ministre des Affaires étrangères du Canada a soutenu avoir déjà tenu 3 réunions au Canada avec des représentants du gouvernement du Cameroun et des représentants des groupes séparatistes. Faisant suite au communiqué du ministre de la Communication René-Emmanuel Sadi, le porte-parole de la ministre des Affaires étrangères du Canada, Adrien Blanchard, est revenu à la charge et a tenu à préciser ce qui suit. Nous sommes en contact avec les partis et notre précédent communiqué tient toujours. Voilà les faits. D'où les questions suivantes. Quel est votre avis sur ce ping-pong entre la ministre des Affaires étrangères du Canada et le ministre de la Communication du Cameroun? Y a-t-il eu des rencontres et ou des pourparlers entre les leaders séparatistes anglophones et les représentants du gouvernement du Cameroun sous l'égide du gouvernement du Canada? Pourquoi, au nom du sacré-saint principe de la réciprocité des actes diplomatiques, n'avez-vous pas fait de déclaration ou de communiqué pour infirmer les propos contenus dans la déclaration de votre homologue canadienne? Dois-je comprendre que votre silence confirme l'adage selon lequel qui ne dit rien consent? La crise anglophone qui a éclaté fin 2016 a déjà fait plus de 6 000 morts, 600 000 enfants.
So Michu is just making his point there, and these are pertinent questions. This is a parliament. This is a senate of all. They have a crisis for 7 years. They have not discussed a single bill on the crisis. But foreign countries are the one coming to talk, to discuss about crisis that is happening in their own, that they declare. These are the people that declare the war. these people sitting in this parliament like this, they declare the war, but they don't want to talk about the war. That's when you know that they have a different motive, okay? Because they declare the war, right? But they don't want to talk about it. So who's going to talk about it? Who's going to talk about it? They are only looking of power transition. The traditional people of the Bolo Beti people are instead afraid of Kamto taking power because they want Frank Biya to come and take power. They are there. Look at them pouring libation. These people are really crazy sometimes. They are pouring libation that Kamto should not take power. They are putting Kamto in a coffin and pour libation that he should not be the one. But if you want competence, when Aijo saw into Biya somebody that can lead or whatever, okay, it wasn't supposed to be even Biya that was supposed to be there. But fate made it that Aijo was sick and he had to hand power to Biya. But this time now, instead of giving somebody who is competent, they are looking at tribalistic side of it. They want but Frank Biya to take it down so that it should continue their legacy of exploitation and thievery, corruption and embezzlement. That is what they are doing. And at the end of the day, the people of the Republic are the ones bearing the brunt. They are the ones crying. Look at them. They are the ones crying.
Moi, je suis militant du RDPC. Alors, même présentement, dans l'océan, on ne te veut plus. On est fatigué de toi.
He says he's a militant of the CPDM. He's a CPDM militant. He said they are tired of this government. They are tired of Paul Biya. That Paul Biya should leave them alone and go. Liberate us. We are tired of you. They say we are not going to vote you anymore. Leave us alone. We are tired of you, Paul Biya. We are tired of you. That we started supporting you long ago, but we have seen no change since we started supporting the CPDM party. We are tired of the CPDM party. We want you, Paul Biya, to leave. Leave us alone. We are tired of you. I've been a member of the CPDM. That's what he's saying, that he's been a member of the CPDM for many years, but he has not seen any change, any difference. That the government, they don't want to vote Biya any longer. They are tired of Biya. They are tired of Biya. That's what they're saying. That's what. So you see, it is a trend. It's a trend. The people are tired. They're tired. They you see. So this liberation is not only for about Ambazonian. This particular liberation is a liberation for the whole of Cameroon. Because that country there will have a civil war. There will be a civil war there. When we started our grievances, I told people that this grievance is not only for Cameroon, it's about the French exploitation and marginalization of Africa. Today, how many countries? Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, they have decided to have their own currency. They have abandoned the French franc. They have abandoned the French franc. Why? Because imagine that every year, the money you make, you send to the French treasury. France now will know how much money they can give you because it's a French franc. If you make phone calls, you know that France collect taxes from that phone calls. If you make so France has made the African countries so dependent on them. If you make calls, they have réseau in France that you have to. The call must pass through France. If you do bank transfer, it will go through France. A lot of things pass through France before going back to Africa. That's how bad it is. But it is something that is a pact. It's a pact that was signed by these African countries when they came out from independence. France had to sign, but most of these countries have cancelled that pact. The pact is no longer there, right? So I'll not go much to that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. We'll be coming, on Thursday. On Thursday, I'll be having a show. I have one guest. We'll have one person coming on air with me. We'll have a very powerful conversation. Okay, yeah, we'll have a very powerful conversation. But don't forget, our brother Abdul Karim is in Kondengi. Today is his birthday. I just want to wish him a happy birthday. Abdul Karim is one of our powerful activists. Just like the rest of our activists in Kondengi, they are all innocent. They are all innocent, and you can see he's being incarcerated there. That's Abdul Karim. As you can see, Abdul Karim has been there, for so many, about 2 or 3 years. I heard the message from the mom that was, the mom was crying and expressing her grievance. That is what our moms are going through. Okay, that's Abdul Karim. Abdul Karim, it's his birthday. Let all us join and wish him a happy birthday. And as we keep fighting this demon called the Republic government, and we wish everybody. And don't forget, we have our launching. This is the flag, the embassy, the cutting of the ribbon and everything. This is you see our flag, our thing that people will buy. Those are the flyers and everything that people, it will be there at the embassy. So when you come there, you have all these things there. So the launching will be live on ABS TV. So please know that this Saturday is the launching of the Ambazonian embassy. It's a wonderful day for us. Okay, you see, that is it. This is our ID card. This ID card is for the Ambazonian people. The website is Ambazonian. Okay, ambazonian.com. That's the website that will launch it. So please, we'll have a lot of services that the embassy will offer. We'll have a lot of other things. Those people who have asylum cases, those people who have issues with their, a lot of issues come, you have, you need supporting documents where you have to file for some cases. You need affidavit of support. You need all those things will be done officially from the embassy. Okay, will help the Ambazonian people in many of their issues. Okay, that is the work of the embassy. But if you go to most embassies, they don't help the citizen in that country. They're only there that they are ambassadors. They are there, but they don't help the citizen that they have to help in that country, in terms of business, in terms of the laws of that country. There are many things that the embassy does, right? But most countries, La Republic embassy don't help you. Yes, I remember when I visited China, the ambassador at Tangana, the man's name is at Tangana. He has been abandoned there. He's a son that is even running the embassy. The man has been there for like 20 years. And he's too old. Now it's the son that is even giving visa to people to Chinese who want to go to Cameroon. He's that guy who's the dad has been abandoned. That's how bad the running of this government of La Republique is. Okay, they don't know who is even who is the ambassador there in these countries. All these embassies have been abandoned. They only send the monies to run the embassy, but they don't even know what's going on there. Instead of focusing, using these embassies for the mission that they send there, for trade and all these things, businesses, foreign direct investment, encouraging tourism. They have so many things that can happen within the embassy. But La Republique is just like an abandoned country. Okay, you can call it maybe a military government. You can call it a failed state. I don't know. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But it's not democratic. It's not a communist. It's nothing like that. It's a demagogy of a state, failed state. Okay, where people don't know what to do. They're just there, just waiting for manners to come. Maybe one day things will change, and the people are crying every day. The La Republique people are crying even more than the Ambazonian people. But the life there is miserable. Thank you for watching. We'll be coming in on Thursday. On Thursday, I'll be live here with one special guest. So stay tuned, subscribe. We'll be coming with many guests this time around. Okay, I want you guys to have different opinion about the crisis. We'll be inviting a lot of people on the show. Okay, thank you for watching. Stay blessed. Ambazonian must be free. There's no other option. Okay, we have to liberate our country. No matter what happens, our country, Ambazonia, must be free. Thank you for watching.